United States 1, Saudi Arabia 0. The U.S. men's national team got its second win in the 2025 Gold Cup group stage, which means we are officially qualified for the quarterfinals, where we will eventually know who we play, which could be Mexico or Costa Rica. However, right now we need to focus on this 1-0 win against Saudi Arabia and talk about what did we learn. Hello. If you're new here, I'm Filippo and welcome to Tactical Manager TV. And today we have the 7 Things We Learned series, where every single game following a U.S. men's national team game, we tell you 7 things that we learned. Now, there's definitely more than 7 lessons, so you can let me know in the comment section down below, what did you learn from United States 1, Saudi Arabia 0? And we gotta feel bad for Saudi Arabia, because they paid a lot of money to be here in the Gold Cup, right? They don't really belong to the Gold Cup, and they probably shouldn't be in the Gold Cup, but they paid a lot of money to be here. They're here, and they still lost to this U.S. men's national team B team. Now, don't forget to drop a like before we start the video. And with that said, let's roll the intro and start the episode. Okay, lesson number 1. And lesson number 1 is kind of weird because it's not really a lesson. It's something that I actually didn't learn. I still don't know the level of this U.S. men's national team roster. In all seriousness, I just don't know how we would do against Mexico, Canada, and Panama, which are technically the 3 strongest teams in CONCACAF until proven otherwise right now. Trinidad and Tobago was terrible, a monstrosity of a team, pretty much amateurs. Now, Saudi Arabia was competent, still a mediocre opponent at best, but not great. So we beat them, which is good, but I still don't know the level of our players right now. We're obviously going to find out very soon because we are advancing from the group stage, and we're likely going to play Costa Rica, but at some point, if we keep advancing, which I think we will face Panama, Canada, or Mexico. And then we'll know the actual level of this team. Because we looked really bad in the friendlies against Turkey and Switzerland. But then we destroyed Trinidad and Tobago. And we did defeat Saudi Arabia. So essentially what I'm saying is I'm a bit confused. And don't lie to me. So are you. Lesson number 2 is that Chris Richards is our best center back. But you already knew that, right? Sure, once again, it wasn't a great opponent, but this was still a monster defensive performance from Chris Richards. Seriously, he saved our asses multiple times, at least 3 that I can think of. He also almost scored a header and eventually actually scored after a very nice delivery from Sebastian Berhalter. Essentially, Chris Richards was actually more goal dangerous than Ajiman himself while playing defense like freaking Tony Allen. But you know how I mentioned that Richards was more goal dangerous than Ajiman, which is kind of surprising considering Ajiman is a center forward. There's a reason why he plays up top and Richards plays as a center back. That's going to be something we're going to talk about in lesson number 3. But before we get to lesson number 3, a quick word from the sponsor of this video, NordVPN. And while you're listening to the ad, don't forget to drop a like in this video. Help us surpass 1,000 likes. We'll be back in roughly a minute. You know, having a VPN is quite important these days because it'll protect your privacy, security by encrypting your data and your IP address. And you know what? It can also help prevent your Google search history from leaking. And that is why we are partnering up with NordVPN. Now listen, very often I travel to Brazil and the channel producer lives in Europe. We have to follow all these soccer games on different streaming services that don't really work outside of the United States. But with a VPN, you can set your location for the United States of America. And very often, it will work. At least it has for myself. And that allows me to watch the games we need and enjoy American content when located abroad. And today we have a special offer for you through NordVPN. Click the link in the description of this video and you will get 4 extra months on your 2-year plan, which technically means you get 4 free months in your 2-year plan. But they're not actually free, they're extra. Does that make any sense? It's also risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. So click the link in the description of this video to get your special offer. And in the process, you'll be helping yourself and the channel. And thank you very much, NordVPN. Okay, we are back. Now, lesson number 3 is very short, very straightforward. Enough of Agyemang. It's been enough. Like, we can't keep playing him. Start Damian Downs. He actually looked better than Agyemang. He actually looked coordinated, for the matter. Like, that's something already. Just don't start him. If Haji Wright is healthy, start him. Damian Downs, Brian White might not really be an upgrade, but just enough. We've seen enough of Agyemang. There's no combination play, no first touch. He can't make the right runs, and apparently he can't even finish. So we need to move on from him. It's just not working. It's not going to work out. But in all seriousness, what do you guys think Pochettino sees that we don't with Agyemang? Like, just someone try to enlighten me, because I just don't see it. Lesson number 4, it's actually a question. My question is, why is Sargent not here? Because when Pochettino was asked, he said that Sargent was not there due to a footballing decision, right, or a soccer decision. So he chose not to bring Sargent. Wouldn't this be the perfect time to give Sargent a Gold Cup? And I understand all the criticism of his performances with the national team, which are all 100% fair. But wasn't this the perfect opportunity to just go, hey, buddy, here's your chance. If you don't perform in the Gold Cup, bye-bye. See you later. This is your last shot. No Pepe, no Balogun. Why not bring Sargent over Agyemang or Brian White? So at least you can give him one last shot. And honestly, he is a better center forward than Brian White and Agyemang. I just don't get it. I understand the criticism, and it's all fair. But since Pepe and Balogun were not available, sure, call in Haji, call in Damian Downs. They all deserve a shot as a center forward as well, even though Haji's more of a winger. But I don't get calling White and Agyemang over Sargent. It just doesn't make any sense. And that might be something that Pochettino's seeing, something that I'm not seeing. And you can try to enlighten me on that as well. Lesson number 5 is very quick. It's just me praising Sebastian Berhalter. He was great. Defensively, he was a monster. He was very aggressive, and I think he probably won most of his duels. On the ball, very well composed, barely made a mistake as far as I can remember. And he had a wonderful assist for Chris Richards to score that ultimately got us the win. I know, once again, the opponent is not great, but this is a competent opponent, and Sebastian Berhalter deserves praise. And understand that I don't see him making the World Cup roster because we have a ton of depth in that position in the midfield. But again, you never know what will happen, and I just want to praise him for this specific performance. Lesson number 6 is actually a request. Can we just stop this Jack McGlynn right wing experiment? And this is not because he's bad, because I don't think Jack McGlynn is bad. He's actually a good player. I just don't think he's a wide player. He's more of a central player. And it's something weird because Pochettino seems to keep trying to put someone on the right side of the field as a right winger, right midfielder. Like he tried Yunus Musa. He's also not a very good wide player in my opinion, even though Musa makes more sense than McGlynn. My overall point is I don't think McGlynn as a right winger or right midfielder is working. Not because of his performances. He's been playing fine. He's a fine player. It just doesn't seem like the right position for that specific player. Just play him centrally. Lesson number 7. And I ran out of lessons about the game. So I'm going to go with a lesson about Hervé Renard. He is most certainly taller than Tom Cruise. He's also better looking than Tom Cruise. So he's essentially like me. Taller and better looking Tom Cruise. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like before you go and let us know in the comment section what you learned from United States 1, Saudi Arabia 0. I'll see you guys in the live watch along on Sunday for United States versus Haiti for the last match of the group stage. And then after that, we have the quarterfinals. I want to thank you all very much for watching and have a great day.